The Presentation Sisters of Aberdeen, South Dakota are a group of women who have served the church, the people of God, and those made poor for 125 years. When we started the ministries, it was mostly healthcare and education. We then changed to more optional ministries. The sisters respond to the needs of the time.
There are presentation communities all over the world. We're the only one who does healthcare.
The sisters are involved in healthcare because it was a need 100 plus years ago. It wasn't a business plan we set out to do, but it was simply a faith walk.
Avera Health is a ministry of the church, but it is sponsored by the Presentation Sisters. We insist on gospel values and policies, so we try to be very influential in that regard.
Well, Sister Maristella, hello. I'm the Vice President of Mission here at Avera St. Luke's, and as such, I represent our sponsors, the Presentation Sisters, and also the Benedictine Sisters of Yankton, on our senior leadership.
A lot of people that I know who are in healthcare work with money being the bottom line, but working for the sisters means that we can always place our patients first.
The healing ministry is very connected with the spiritual formation.
It's given me license to use God to speak with my patients.
We're healed when we grow in our life with Jesus Christ. It frees the burdens and lets the Lord carry those.
One of the healing ministries of the Presentation Sisters is spiritual direction. And that's when I listen to people and help them to come to some deeper healing.
It's like taking a brick off of a tulip. The energy is there, and when you take the brick off, it's free to come up.
Presentation Sisters were called to Dakota Territory specifically for teaching.
In 1888, a school was built here in Aberdeen, and the sisters taught faithfully through the years.
They started hospital work, and when you have hospitals, you need nurses and you need other sorts of healthcare technicians. So that's why Presentation College was born, was to help create the nurses. This is what you're going to use to squeeze the blood pressure off.
Presentation College is a small private Catholic college. We used to be a 2-year college, associate degree granting, and we realized that that would no longer meet the needs of people, so we advanced the college to a 4-year. We have a baccalaureate degree granting institution now.
As the needs have become more apparent for different kinds of majors, for different kinds of education, Presentation College has really tried to respond to those needs and evolve with the times.
They help you find your niche. They help you identify your talents and your gifts, and help focus those gifts and talents to make a contribution.
And we can have this at different levels.
Our foundress, Nano Nagel, welcomed anybody and everybody.
I've been talking to various groups in Aberdeen who see Aberdeen as a welcoming community.
We started the diversity committee about 4 years ago with the idea that there will be more Hispanic people coming, and we wanted to be prepared for that.
Savings account, checking account, to open, social security number.
Caminando Juntos is a phrase that means walking together. Our mission is very simple. It's to welcome the stranger. It's to extend a hand and extend a welcome to newer Latino immigrants who are trying to make a home among us. Y cuando él fue a visitarles y luego tenía que salir otra vez. One of the first needs that came to our attention, of course, was the need for learning English.
Try to help them fill in forms that are intimidating even to me. Take them to doctors, take them to appointments, take them to the hospital to have a baby. I mean, these are some of the things they needed.
It's kind of like two sides of a coin, ministering to people in their direct needs, but the other side of the coin is the justice ministry. And so early on, we decided that diversity training would be an integral part of our ministry. They always say the tip of the iceberg is what we see, hear, taste, smell, and touch. And that's true for cultures.
Helping refugees was important to the Presentation Sisters because it goes back to our founders.
That's what Nano was about, touching those immigrants, those people who had no one to hear their stories or to find out what they can do to help their needs.
Right now we have 2 of our Aberdeen Presentation Sisters who are missionaries in Africa, in Zambia.
Sister Virginia McCall and Sister Deb Nelson work in the areas of farming, technology, education, youth ministry.
We just came back from Guatemala. No matter where you go in this world, there's always sickness. And so we set up a clinic.
It's just south of the southern border of Mexico. The clinic is in an old garage that we've cleaned up. We have a small record room, a waiting room, and a little pharmacy. And Liz has a consult there, and I have a consult in the house where I do ultrasound for prenatal care. Well, Nano said if I could be of service in any part of the world, and this is a part of the world we see that service is needed, Nano would be there.
Nano is there.
Yeah, Nano is there.
The sisters decided that we should do a leadership camp because they felt that young women need to become more confident in themselves. One of the great things that they get to do is a physical challenge course. In fact, there's a 10-foot wall that everyone in the group has to go over, and they have to help each other.
One of my favorite activities coming to camp is the trust walk.
It's about trusting people that they would take care of you. And we did it. We accomplished it all, and we were proud of ourselves at the end.
If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge.
We don't focus on prayer, but prayer is a part of everything we do.
It's cool to have faith.
They realize that prayer can be a thought. Prayer can be a state of mind.
While they're part of a Christian community, we're part of a larger society as well. And the Mount Rushmore experience is meant to instill within them those patriotic values as well.
After you begin to connect with what your gifts are, how you can be a leader, you use those gifts in being a leader to serve others. We have started outreach activities.
Participating in the Sent to Serve opportunities really allows us to reach out to many areas that are in need.
We have what's called Live Out Loud, which is a high school camp.
Live Camp is a camp specifically for Latina youth. They talk about cultural celebration. It's really great that they're offering that for a different demographic.
We're glad you're here.
Being with the sisters is just so great because they're so happy, they're so positive all the time.
I think it's a great experience.
It's just great to be part of their joyful service.